Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Banter. Evans, Justin, what are we doing here today on this nice background?
I believe we got a really cool background, or we've got a green screen, or we're actually back at the beach.
Yep.
So instead of, bourbon on the beach, let's do bonded on the beach.
I like that idea.
So we'll break out a couple of bonded.
Yep. Go ahead.
And one that we don't talk about enough is one of our all-time favorites.
Yes, and then we also have little 1792
Bottle and Bond Store Pick.
Yes.
So that's the only one that's a store pick. So these are all going to be the ones we're going to talk about a little bit about bonded whiskey and what that is exactly.
And then if you see all the American flag in the background, guess what? We're here on the 4th of July.
So I say we grab a mini Glen.
Yes, indeed.
Cheers. What's in your glass?
Cheers.
And so one of the newest ones that we were talking about is the Old Fitz.
Yeah.
7-year, which we've done a video on that prior. So this is DSP KY1 and 31. So in your bonded whiskeys, the Act of 1897 that this guy was a huge influencer on, so a little bit of Edmund Haynes Taylor action. So one distilling season, one distilling site, 100 proof, minimum of 4 years. It's crazy to think that the first act put in by the government was to protect our whiskey, not our food.
Because of what rot gut and all that other stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, so let's protect our whiskey and have a pour.
Exactly.
So you want to start with this one?
Let's do it with Old Fitz, yeah, definitely. It's one in Austin. Go check out our video. We've got it out there. It was the one that was just released, I think, a couple weeks ago, maybe. And it's a good one. I like it. We've definitely got some mixed reviews on this one, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Larceny fan, so I already like Larceny.
Right.
We did just do the video for, is this just Larceny bottled and bond? And
right.
Essentially, the small conclusion is probably.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I still like it, but I like Larceny.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so this being said, here's the bonded version, and so this is bonded on the beach.
Yeah.
So BIB, bottle of bond.
Bottle of Bond on the beach. And hey, if you would, give us a thumbs up, give us subscribe, and it doesn't cost you anything, helps us out tremendously. All right, little beach action in the background, and if you can see up and down this beach, it's slam packed.
This is probably the busiest it's been the whole time we're here.
Yeah.
And so the original idea was we're gonna see if we can do bonded on the beach and actually take it to the sand. It's just too many people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking over here. We've got golf carts lined up in the parking lots. There's more umbrellas than I've seen, and we won't get it, but there's going to be a flyover here probably within the next hour.
Yeah,
but you won't get to see it.
Super cool. So I like the idea of bourbon on the beach, but I really like bonded on the beach. We've done beach whiskeys, beach bourbons before.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So not saying that 100 proof always applies, but I think this is a great idea for bonded on the beach.
Especially go a little smaller with the mini Glens, everything else. Yeah, no. And tell us what you like. What do you like to drink on the beach? We've had this video before. Everything. We do it all. We do all different ones on the beach. There is one that we never bring to the beach, though.
There is very specific that we never bring. And shout out to one of our all-time best mysteries of all bourbons whatsoever, and that would be our Control.
Yep. But Control never makes it. Always stays back in the whiskey room.
I don't take any chances with that decanter.
Nope. No, I don't blame you because that's a cool decanter.
This is really nice, even though it's 100 proof, right on the. It's not super hot yet.
No, it's not
as far
hot.
as temperature wise.
Right.
But I could drink this in the breeze.
Oh yeah, drink this in the breeze. Now, if it was really not breezy down at the beach, and it was just kind of one of those stagnant days, I don't know if I could do this. It might be a little heavy.
The bonded might be a little bit too far as far as heaviness goes, as far as what I prefer in a temperature area, if you want to call it that. It's kind of like if you're outside of the pool at, I don't know, let's just pick Valdosta, Georgia.
Yep.
Because it's a super warm and humid area. It's like, do you drink heavy whiskey or are you drinking barrel proofs? Probably not.
Yeah.
Which leads us back to I think this is our third beach video.
This is our third video. Yep.
So the other ones that we did were, obviously beach bourbons, but for bonded, this is
great.
Yeah, I have no issues with this. It's super, super easy.
Now I'll tell you the one that I think out of all of them, the one that I think is probably, and you can tell me what you think. I think this one's probably going to be the best one for the bonded on the beach.
We shall find out. I've done super tiny pours, so.
Yep. No, definitely. And please, everybody, give us that thumbs up, like us, and then subscribe to the channel.
So where I want to go next is one that we don't talk about enough.
Yes, I agree.
One of our favorites. We usually just keep this in the background and chill, have drinks on it, but let's do the Fitz 7 versus the Heaven 7.
That's a good idea.
So standard mash versus wheat mash.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great idea. I thought that was perfect. But
again, DSP KY1, DSP KY31. So go back to your Bottle and Bond series. Again, 1897 Bottle and Bond Act goes into effect. one distilling season, one distilling site. Actually, it's from 2 distilling seasons, but it has to be done in one of those seasons. So fall or spring or fall, depending on how you want to look at
Yep.
it. So there's 2 distilling seasons, but it has to be done on one of those. There's only 2.
Right.
And then, so the thumbprints are your DSP numbers, your distilled spirits producers, or your distilled spirits plants, is what DSP stands for. So then it's KY, which is Kentucky, TN would be Tennessee, IN would be Indiana, so on and so forth. You get the idea.
Yeah.
So these specifically, due to the fire in '96, is why this has a DSP KY1 and 31, because welcome to a bottled facility and a producing facility.
Right. Yep.
And as we know, this is 113, and then of course 1792 is KY12.
KY12. Yep. And I'll tell you what, it's fun. You can really get into that. And those DSP KYs, you can go look them up, and there's still the old ones out there. You can look up what the old ones were, like the Stencil Weller. And
16.
Yeah.
What I like is when Peerless came back, obviously they've been shut down and not producing for a long time, and when they started producing it, they gave them their old DSP number.
Yep.
And I was like, that's super cool that you get your original number back.
I know.
That was super cool when they did that one. So
Yeah,
I was excited about that.
And it's what we nerd out on that kind of stuff. So,
Which is what Bourbon Banter does.
yes, it is.
Evans.
That's what we do. We sit here, we talk about it. We love to go down the rabbit hole sometimes, and we'd love to hear what you guys think. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, so I'll switch this out just for the moment since we're doing the side-by-side, since it's not going to fit there, but I'm going to hold it.
Yep.
These cup holders. So have you done the standard 7 versus the Fitz 7, if you want to call it that?
Yeah.
It's short. Fitz 7 versus Heaven 7.
Exactly. And I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by this. It's a Heaven Hill product. We like Heaven Hill products, I would say.
I'm going to probably lean on the Heaven 7. I just like it.
Oh, yeah.
And Old Fitz is great, easy drinking, just like Larceny. And I like Larceny. But I really like the way this goes.
They've done something very well. When they got rid of the green label, which we were not that happy with.
No, not at all.
Not at all, because the green label was good. But when they went to the Heaven Hill 7 bottle and bond, they've done something very well with this. I think.
I think so. I mean, for a $49, this is $59,
Yeah.
so 60. So 50 versus 60, I don't think you can go wrong with the 50 at all.
Not at all.
I think they did a great job.
Well, and what I like about it now is when it first came out, everybody and their brother was trying to get it, so it wasn't available. Now, at least in our market, you can go out there and it's on the shelf at pretty much any store you decide to go to.
Stackers, displays,
Yep.
And then this is where this is going to be going
Right.
as well. Right now, hard to find, hard to get,
Just
high price, just like this was originally.
Right.
And then now available, so eventually that's going to be on the shelf all the time.
And I think what it comes down to is what's happened with a lot of the bourbons. People are just like, holy cow, it's out. I got to get as much as I can because I don't know if it's going to be one of these that's never back on the shelf or not.
Bourbon FOMO.
Yeah. That's a great way of putting it. Great way of putting it.
Yeah. In this case, it's bonded on the beach FOMO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but
I don't think you can go wrong with this.
No, I'd have to give the nod to the Heaven Hill 7.
Yes, I think that. I mean, I'm a lean on this one. It's just a well-rounded, all-around.
But
bourbon.
we're not saying this is bad at all.
No,
this is bad at all.
But just in this side-by-side comparison right now to start off our day, I would say I'm going to lean on this 7-year versus that 7.
I would agree. I would definitely agree. Yeah.
Again, cheers. What's in your glass? Have you had Heaven 7 versus Old Fitz? What were your thoughts? What did you like better? Are we crazy?
Yeah, and then also,
do you think we are just blowing this out of proportion? Is it worth it? Is it not?
Yeah, also, you could not like this. We want to know. We want to know all your comments in there. And what we always say on this one, when we do this one here at the beach, what do you like on the beach?
Yeah, that's the main thing is when you're at the beach, do you even drink bourbon?
And what we'd always try to do is when we got a whole group of us to come together, and we always try to bring some good bourbons. We kind of have to have it. We try to do a little theme when we're having some bourbon there, and we wanted to do bonded on the beach.
Bonded on the beach?
Yep.
So BOB?
That is.
Bonded on beach?
Yep. I like it.
All right, so we bring Taylor back up to the cup holder because it fits in there nicely. And then, with the exception of the bottled and bonds, this happens to be a store pick.
Yes.
This is a local store pick right down the street from where we live, and it is a phenomenal.
They did a very good job.
They did a fantastic job in this. I wasn't involved. Charles wasn't involved.
Nope.
None of us were involved. The only thing we were involved in was consuming.
Yeah.
And that being said, this one is the second one that the store finally received in the last 2 years, which is great for them getting up on that list. And this one blows the other one out of the water, and the other one was good.
Yeah, the other one
This
was
one is
good.
just exceptional.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how this one stacks up versus Taylor. So I'm gonna put you on the spot. What do you want to do first, Taylor or 1792?
I think we do 1792.
All right, let's be honest with you.
Yep. So, I'll just throw this down here. Let you go ahead. Let you go ahead.
Yep.
I got a little bit more to finish
So
off.
maybe an unfair advantage of being a single barrel,
It very well could be,
but it's still a great example of 1792, what they can produce, what they're capable of producing, and what they are technically 100%
And-
able to do all the time.
and yet how consistent their product is.
Yes. So obviously everybody knows that I'm a big 1792 small batch guy, and so my favorite in the entire line is definitely the bonded. So when it's available,
Yeah.
standard bottle and bond, I think is just fantastic.
I think we got a lot of consumers and stuff that try to go for the foolproof, which I understand, but I'm with you. I think their bottle and bond
There's
is
only so much 125 proof 1792 I can drink
Yeah.
on before I'm just like, I'd rather just want drinkability, and we're about to find out how this bonded on the beach works out.
Cheers.
Oh, the nose out of this little minigun with this is so good. Reach out, comment if you guys want to know where this store pick is in our local area.
Yeah.
It's right down the street from where we are. So if you want to know, reach out. We'll let you know where it is.
And I think there's
comments.
still some
Oh, yeah,
available.
yeah. I talked to the one of the managers, and they said they got plenty right now.
Okay,
So.
yeah. So yeah, put it in the comments. We will gladly tell you where it's at. That's good. It's different. What I love about it is it's different from the other two that we've had. Different mash, everything else like that, but it's still got a good, phenomenal taste.
Yeah, that's it. Again, I might have to switch over to this from Heaven 7 for so far leading the way
Yeah.
in today's bonded on the beach.
And it could be, like we said before, it could be a little bit of a disadvantage because it is a single barrel.
Yeah.
But
So-
it's still a phenomenal single barrel.
Yeah, and again, the disadvantage would be to the standard shelf products and the potential that this is just an exceptional one single barrel.
But we always like the regular product.
Yeah, we
the
like
small
the
batch.
regular,
Yeah, so yep. Now that's I don't think out of the three we've had, you can't go wrong at the beach with it. at all.
You know what I wish they would do on these is kind of how Old Fitz, the decanter series, Squat does the fall or spring.
Yeah.
I would think that it'd be pretty cool if these bonded bottles would start putting on when their distilled season was, whether it was fall or spring.
That would be pretty cool.
So like, let's just say, oh, this one was fall. Okay, put fall, and then they picked it, and then by the time it got bottled, it was then. So then we know when it was released as far as what season.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Again, two distilling seasons, but you only get to choose one for your bonded, fall or spring.
Yeah.
And then minimum 4 years, which we know 1792 is much older than 4 years.
Right.
Typically around 7 to 8. 100 proof, guaranteed by government lock and key.
Yep.
That the whiskey is there to protect the consumer, and that there's no random barbasol or weird tobacco spit for coloring
or whatever
and
they
some
were using.
nasty stuff that they had found trace amounts of back in the day to protect. Hey, what you're drinking is legit, and we stand behind it. Which also can circle back to the whole larceny story as far as Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
And where that whole thing came from, or why it was called larceny,
Right.
for known to be stealing some of this. Which, again, Kentucky's thrived with a lot of tall tales, and we don't know whether or not it's legitimately true or not. But they are great stories nonetheless.
Yeah, no, definitely. And sorry if our audio's maybe cutting out a little bit or you hear some kids. Like I said, we're here. We're doing this as close to the beach as we could get and wanted to have a great backdrop for it. So,
Hey, it's always a great sound too.
Oh, yeah.
After this, we just kind of go to sleep because we
Yeah.
have the white noise of the beach.
got the white noise, and we'll turn this around. We'll turn the video off. We'll turn this around. We'll watch the flyover. Then we'll try to get down to the beach and not get fried.
Yeah. And I'm going to come up with a decision of what I'm going to take to the beach for 4th of July after these 4 and see what becomes the ultimate bonded on the beach
Yes.
for us to take to the actual sand.
Definitely.
But it's only going to be one.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% behind
And
you.
so far, this one's leading the way for me.
I would agree. This one is right now. It's good, but this is one of my. This is
one of our go-tos.
It is. It is. And I hate to be that way. It's kind of where my brain just automatically goes to. It's my fallback.
Man,
All right.
that's a good 1792.
It is. They did a great job with this one.
All right, how about
And-
a little DSB KY 113 action after the DSB KY 12? Again, if you're not familiar with that, look up those distilled spirits producers or distilled spirits plants. KY, they are the thumbprints or fingerprints for where the whiskey is made and bottled.
It tells everybody where it's coming from.
Fun side note and bottled and bond for Bonded on the Beach. If you haven't seen Calumet Farm Bonded, it exists now. It was the part of the 2024 release of their expansive, like they had the 17-year decanter, the 18-year decanter, phenomenal looking products.
Yes.
But they have a bonded. I encourage everybody to go to the store or bar, grab the bottle, and see what the DSP is on there. It will shock you compared to where all their other products are made.
Yep.
I'm not even going to release what it is right now.
Nope.
So that's going to be the project I put out to everybody on Bonded on the Beach is go find that bottle, just look at the DSPs and figure out where it's made.
And what we want to see is we want to see in the comments what you found, and we'll let you know if you're correct or not.
We were both shocked.
Yeah, slightly.
So it didn't make the Bonded on the Beach trip.
Nope. All right, we'll put that right back there.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
What's in your glass?
Yes, indeed. And like we've said a few times, give us that thumbs up, like, subscribe to the channel, guys.
It might be tough to break this one.
I know. It's just, they do, with the Taylor product, they do such a good job with their small batch and everything else like that. They do such a good job of keeping it fairly consistent, you know? And just like I would say most of these do. You look at the Heaven Hill 7 bottle and bond, you look at the 1792, it's pretty darn consistent. And now,
Let's bring that back
first
up.
year we got this one. I'm hoping next year it's consistent.
Yeah, 100%. So after leaving that fantastic 1792 and then going to this may have a situation to compete with.
I don't know. I'm kind of still going towards a swap bottle.
That's what I'm saying. We might have a situation.
I know.
The 1792 might be the
It might be the one we take down to the beach today.
Bonded on the Beach might not beat Taylor.
No, which would be very surprising because I even said this before we started the video that I had a hard time believing anything was going to beat the Taylor out. And we've had some comments on some of our other videos. We just put out our one sip showdown, and you need to go take a look at that. It was Taylor's small batch versus the single barrel, and we had some good comments on that one. Let us know what you think about that one because that one was a good one, and it's actually a little controversial, which we like.
Yes, 100%. And it's always a great side-by-side when you're doing the single barrel Taylor versus the small batch because certain years the small batch shines through. In certain years you get that special one single barrel from Taylor that's just phenomenal, and then it's like, okay, I'm not going to beat this one.
Yep.
But they're single barrels, so they're not all the same.
Right.
And that small batch is generally pretty dang consistent.
And what we love is we've got so many guys that help us out with Bourbon Banter Evans and everything. They get on there and comment, and it's the L numbers, the L21s, L24s. They're just sitting there going back and forth bantering with each other. That's fun.
Yes.
Let us know what you think.
Laser codes are important.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And this is an L25.
And what you need to do is go watch our video about the laser codes too.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yep.
And after the second sip, I'm pretty consistently sure I've made my mind up.
Yeah, I would say I'm 100% sure that if I had to choose right now, after second sip, I would like to take the bottle of bond out.
I'm on third sip now, and as much as I like Taylor, at this given moment, at this exact time, if I was to do a stave rating for the BBE style, 1792 is going to have the highest one.
I would agree.
And that is the Bonded on the Beach winner of today for me, is the 1792. So we'll bring that back up.
Yep. 100%.
This right here just took down Taylor small batch.
Yep.
Again, if you guys want to know where this store pick is, it is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Let us know in the comments. We'll let you know. And also, it doesn't happen often, but this one, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that it took out the Taylor.
It took out the Taylor. It took out one of our all-time favorites that we don't talk about enough.
It did.
But I'm telling you right now, for Bonded on the Beach, winner, Bourbon Dinner, 1792, bottle of bond, this particular store pick. And so I'm gonna say, we good with that?
We're good with that.
Good with that. So cheers.
Cheers. We're gonna go enjoy the beach. Let us know in the comments what you think.